He's executed a waiver, he's here.
Why don't you bring him in?
Who is it you want?
Cordero Shoemaker. Good morning, sir. Why don't you come right over here? Mr. Shoemaker, you're charged here in file number 242247FY with fleeing, eluding a police officer, possession of a controlled substance, and resisting, obstructing a police officer. You've waived preliminary examination and the matter will be bound over to circuit court. Did he get printed?
No, I did not have an order for him.
Well, there's a F on here, so I don't know if it means he needs to get printed, and we'll check.
Jenny double checked on Friday and she did not give me one for him, but I will ask her again.
Okay. Mr. Shoemaker, are you still at the trailer park in Constantine?
Yes, sir.
Are you working someplace?
Yeah, I do odd jobs as a mechanic.
All right, you got some unpaid tickets. I want you to go out to the counter and talk to the ladies about those. You got 2 tickets on October 31st that you haven't dealt with.
Yes,
Plus
sir.
you got a bunch of old stuff. So I want you to go out to the counter and check on those tickets and find out what you need to do to get them straightened out. Also, we'll find out whether you need to get printed. Now, the matter will be bound over to circuit court and set for a status conference. That will be some time from now. But I thought I would do this before we took a break, so you wouldn't have to wait around for another half an hour. You can get back to whatever you're doing. Are you on circuit court probation or parole?
No, sir.
You're off all paper everywhere?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Those tickets were October 31st. As I said, there's also a bunch of old stuff, but let's just take care of the more recent stuff. I want you to pay those tickets. All right, you go with a court officer. We'll see whether you need to get printed. Stay in contact with your lawyer. Good morning, Mr. Pelfrey. Can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is Judge Middleton. I'm over at the courthouse. This is a waiver of extradition. The magistrate usually does these, but they're not here today. And so what I understand is you've got a warrant for you in Indiana and you're willing to go down there and take care of it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. You're wanted in LaGrange County, Indiana, which is the next county south, with a possession of methamphetamine charge. And it is a felony level 6 in Indiana. You failed to appear for a court appearance on August 21st of 2023. So they sent us a request to have you arrested and you got arrested. Are you willing to waive extradition and go back to LaGrange County to deal with this?
Yes.
All right, let me read you that language. I, Timothy James Pelfrey, am the person wanted by LaGrange County, Indiana, on a pending charge of possession of methamphetamine. I hereby waive the issuance and service of a Michigan governor's warrant and all other procedures incidental to extradition proceedings, including the right to an attorney unless I've already retained one. I will voluntarily return to the demanding state in the custody of an agent of that state. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
I didn't think you had any of the charges here. How long have you been in jail?
Since May 25th.
Oh, you were March 25th. So you're finishing your time here and then gonna go to Indiana. I guess they wanted to finish it by the end of the year.
My time here is done on, it was over Thursday. They gave me time served on Thursday.
Okay. From Judge Stutzman?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Last Thursday was December 26th.
Yep.
All right, well, you can go to LaGrange County and take care of your business down there. All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
All right. He's gonna have to sign that waiver at his end. Warrant. His name is Hugh Douglas Miles. Good morning, sir. Are you Hugh Miles?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, this is Judge Middleton. I haven't seen you in a couple of years because you didn't show up. There are two
Yes, I
cases
do.
here. File number 222084ST, driving suspended, second offense. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Carries 2 points on your driving record and it requires that your license be further suspended. File 222083, this were from the same incident, charged driving with no insurance. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of not less than $200 and not more than $500. Give me a minute here. Let me get you're not in my queue, I don't think. You got the original ticket on October 24th at 131 and Hoffman Road, just outside of the city in Three Rivers. Driving with no insurance and driving suspended, second offense. You were suspended at that time for a number of other things. You were scheduled before me on November 10th of 2022. You didn't show up. So I did an order to show cause why you shouldn't be found in contempt, and you didn't show up for that either. So then I issued a bench warrant for your arrest. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, and then you got arrested in August. We're in front of Judge Patterson, pled not guilty, and they set a pretrial with the prosecuting attorney. Then they made a plea offer to driving suspended first. And you didn't show up for that. That would have been on August 29th. And you had posted a $500 bond. So I got more than enough money to pay your fine. And then I'm not sure what happened, but you didn't show up and Judge Patterson issued a bench warrant for your arrest. So let's recap. You got charged with these back in 2022. You went AWOL for a couple of years, got picked up last summer in August, posted a $500 bond, then failed to appear again and got picked up. And here you are. In the meantime, the prosecutor's office had made a plea offer. They had offered to dismiss the no insurance charge and reduce the driving suspended second offense to a driving suspended first.
Oh, wow.
Which is a pretty good offer. No insurance would save you $200 right off the top. And driving suspended second to a driving suspended first would make it a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500.
That's quite a lot.
How did you get arrested?
I was leaving work, Your Honor. I was looking at my new job.
All right, where you got arrested last night?
No, it was Thursday. It was the day after Christmas in Kalamazoo off the Sprinkle Road, right by Kilgore.
26, 24.
About a block from my work.
All right, where do you work?
Landscape Forms in the old Midlink building. Old Midlink building, old GM plant.
Yeah. Where do you live? I have a Scott's address.
I'm currently homeless beginning the 1st. I don't have an address again.
I'm not sure if you can see him, but the public defender, Mr. Larry Wescombe, is here, one of the staff there. He is with me and he can see this. So let's talk about this, Mr. Miles. You just did 4 days. You previously did 1 day. So you got 5 days of jail credit, at least 5.
Yeah, at least.
Let me look here. I've also got $500 of bond, which would be enough money to pay your fine.
Oh, wow.
So if you're willing to plead to the charge of driving suspended first offense, we could resolve this case today. I'm going to give you credit for the jail time that you've served and use your bond money to pay the fine.
Thank you so much.
Is that acceptable to you?
Yes, that's very fair. Thank you so much.
All right. other than what I just told you, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this
No, Your Honor.
or threaten you?
No, sir.
All right, let me ask you a couple other things. Do you understand that if you plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. All you gotta do is ask me and I could appoint an attorney for you. Or you could
Yeah.
hire one of choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Were you driving a car way back in October of 2022 down 131 while your license was suspended?
Yes, I was driving my Jeep, Your Honor.
You remember where you were going?
I believe I was going home.
From where?
I was trying to get a job at a trailer factory down in Three Rivers. Past Three Rivers, I don't know, south of there, called in Bristol.
Okay.
Artville Trailers or something like that, United Trailers, as a welding job. But clearly I didn't get the job.
Are you a welder?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's a valuable skill.
Yeah, I'm at a really good place too. I've only been there 8 weeks and I've gotten 2 raises already.
Well, hopefully you're gonna be able to get out and get back to work.
Yeah,
Some of
hopefully.
it was a weekend. Where's your car?
It's currently sitting in my sister's driveway. It got towed. I had McDonald's towing tow it. Well, she did, I should say.
Well, at
And
least
she's-
it's not an impound.
She's kind of holding it hostage until I get it legal. And she said she'll drive me to work.
All right, well, that's a good deal. Let's count how much jail time you got. Why didn't you show up?
The last court date, I didn't have a ride and I was too scared to drive to court because they said that they checked the cameras here and I didn't have a ride.
Yeah,
The last court.
that's
Yeah, I'm
good
glad
wisdom.
that's
It's not a
fine.
good idea to drive suspended to court. That kind of is like,
You and I have
Bamboo.
had that before years ago when I worked at American Axle and I was honest and you actually were very nice with me because I didn't lie to your face.
well, I appreciate that. I tell people it hurts my feelings. All right, I think you
Yeah.
had 1 day plus the 4 days you just did. So I'm gonna call it 5 days credit, 5 days, 0 days to serve. There is a $125 fine, a $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. That's $250. You have $500 of bond. I don't believe you owe me any other money. I'm not gonna gouge you with your bond. You're actually gonna get money back. So when you get out of jail, you should stop here at the courthouse and they will return $250 of your bond money.
Okay.
All right, now, 2 pieces of advice. Stop driving and show up for court when you're supposed to. You could save yourself a lot of aggravation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you get a new driving suspended ticket in Kalamazoo?
I can't remember. I was honest with him. So he went when I got pulled over, I told him my story and he didn't give me a lot of tickets. I think he wrote me for one. I think it was without insurance. The Michigan State Police officer gave me.
Mhm.
I don't have the ticket on me, so don't quote me that, but he took it pretty easy on me.
All right, but he took you to jail on our warrant. Well, the good news is this warrant is non-existent anymore. The charges are dismissed on the driving without insurance. I call this driving while poor. You're driving around with suspended, and then you just got another suspended, which is gonna cause you to be further suspended.
Yeah, I got pulled over in the pandemic and it really set me back.
Yes, you get on the driving suspended merry-go-round and you can't get off of it. But you're gonna get out of jail, stop here. You can pick up the balance of your bond money. You can hopefully get back to work. All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Knopfinger, what's the status here?
Judge, we had a chance to meet this morning with the prosecutor. There are some pivotal records. There were some adjustments in medication. Mr. Imo signed a release. I've requested those documents from pivotal. We're asking for an adjournment, Judge, so that we can secure those records and then further discussion about the case.
And you do have a release?
Yes, Judge.
Very good. All right, well, let's take a look at this. How long of an adjournment are you looking for?
14 days would be.
All right, today is the 30th of December. That would bump us to January 14th.
Very good.
Continue pre-exam to January 14th, 2025. That's at 8:30. And if a preliminary examination is needed, it'll be January 21, 2025 at 1 o'clock. Mr. Imo, do you still live on Cottage Street?
Yes,
Where is that?
Sturgis.
All right, I'm not aware of a Cottage Street in Three Rivers. They wrote it's a Sturgis address. Let's take a look at the actual complaint, see if that's wrong too. Yeah, 516 Cottage, that's a Sturgis address. You got arrested in Three Rivers, but I'll note correct address is Sturgis. I've been on every street in Three Rivers and there's no Cottage Street. You live with your parents?
My grandma and grandpa.
Okay. Do you have a caseworker at Pivotal?
Yes, but I don't remember his name.
All right, you've made the conditions of your bond. Now, there's no assaultive or threatening behavior, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. Comply with your treatment program at Pivotal. And don't get in any more trouble. Stay in contact with your lawyer and we'll address this again in 2 weeks on January 14th at 8:30.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, you're good to go.
They've offered to reduce, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Kinney, would you come back up to the podium? Driving without insurance, as I told you, is a 1-year misdemeanor. Usually, when the people come in and show proof that he has insurance, the prosecutor will dismiss the misdemeanor charge. Good morning. For a plea to a civil infraction. Not having insurance on your car is a 1-year misdemeanor. There's a lesser charge known as no proof of insurance, which means you had insurance, but you didn't have the little slip in the car. That's not a crime. That's a civil infraction punishable by a fine only. And the fine for that is $150. But it's not a criminal matter. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Are you willing to plead to the lesser charge of no proof of insurance?
Yes.
Okay. Where were you going that day?
I was right in front of my house, just going home,
Where are you coming from?
getting food.
All right, very good. Are you working someplace?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Walmart.
All right, how long you been at Walmart?
10 months now.
Okay, very good. Well, you got insurance, you got a job. Fine and cost is $150. Oh, Laura, I'm out of envelopes. I guess I should have seen that coming. I'm gonna make that due by January 31. Also, you got those 2 unpaid tickets. So I want you to go out there and check in a payment plan regarding your tickets. Are you from Barb Kinney's family? Okay, I think I remember you when you were a kid.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Kinney. you did what everybody wanted you to do, was get valid insurance. You should be good to go. 150 by January 31, 2025. There's an envelope, and then I'm gonna have the bailiff take you out, and you can talk to the clerks about those other unpaid tickets. And good luck to you.
And yes, we got fingerprints.
Yes, thank you, but we probably didn't need to get it for the civil infraction, but we got it done. All right.